Imagine you wake up next to someone you love, and by nightfall, your whole life is shattered. Some monsters wear masks, but Chris Watts, he wore a smile. Before the murders, he seemed like the perfect husband, a quiet man, a good father, a simple guy who loved his family, or so everyone thought. This is the story of how one man murdered his pregnant wife and two little girls, not in a fit of rage, but in the calmest, coldest way imaginable. And it all started with a lie. Chris Watts was the kind of man who blended into the background. He worked at an oil company, had no criminal record, and never raised his voice. His wife, Shanann Watts, was the opposite. She was bright, bubbly, active on social media, and a proud mom of two little girls, Bella and Celeste. From the outside, their life looked picture perfect. Family vacations, happy birthday parties, hashtags like blessed and my family, as everything flooded Shanann's Facebook. But behind closed doors, things were cracking. Chris was distant, Shanann was suspicious, and then he met someone else. Nicole Kessinger, a co-worker. She was smart, fit, and didn't have two kids calling her daddy. Chris started lying. He told Shanann he was working late, told Nicole he was separated. He was juggling a double life until the lies weren't enough. August 13th, 2018. That's the day everything ended. Shanann had just returned from a work trip. She was 15 weeks pregnant with a baby boy they planned to name Nico. She walked in the door at 2 a.m. and she never walked out. By morning, Chris was texting Shanann's phone like she was missing. He told co-workers she'd taken the kids to a play date. Then he gave an interview on the news, crying, pleading, "If you're out there, please come home." America believed him for about 5 minutes. Police found her purse, her phone, her medication, all still in the house. No sign of a struggle, but something felt off. Then came the footage, a neighbor's security camera. It showed Chris backing his truck into the garage at 5 a.m. For 45 minutes, he moved back and forth. No one else was seen leaving the house. Police asked him, "What were you doing?" He said he was loading tools for work. But his hands weren't carrying tools. They were carrying bodies. Under pressure, Chris agreed to take a polygraph. The FBI agent told him, "This is the time to come clean." And he broke. He didn't ask for a lawyer. He asked for his dad. In the interrogation room, Chris looked at his father and whispered, "I killed her?" But he wasn't done lying. He said Shanann had killed the kids, and he, in a fit of rage, killed her. The FBI didn't believe it. Neither did the public. Then came the final confession. Chris admitted to strangling Shanann in their bed. Bella walked in and asked, "What's wrong with Mommy?" He told her, "Mommy's sick." Then he drove the girls, alive, to an oil field owned by his company. There, he smothered Celeste first, then Bella. She fought. She said, "Daddy, no." And he did it anyway. He buried Shanann in a shallow grave, then stuffed his daughters into oil tanks. Cold, mechanical, like taking out the trash. Why? When police asked why, he said he snapped, that he wanted a fresh start with Nicole. But that's not snapping, that's slaughter. At his sentencing, Shanann's father sobbed, "I trusted you to take care of them, not kill them." Chris didn't cry, he stared at the floor. He got 5 life sentences, no parole, no second chances. In prison, he reads the Bible and writes letters to fans. Yes, he has fans. People who send him money, women who say they're in love with him. The internet is strange like that, but Chris, he'll die behind bars, alone. Their legacy, Shanann, Bella, Celeste, and baby Nico, were buried together. Their headstone reads, "Together, forever." Some people ask, how could a father do this? But that's the wrong question. The real question is, how many more are hiding behind smiles? Because monsters don't always look like monsters. Sometimes they wear a wedding ring. The Watts family home on Saratoga Trail sat empty for years. No one wanted to live where such horror took place. Neighbors still remember the silence after the police left. Nicole Kessinger, the woman Chris had an affair with, vanished from public view. She changed her name, moved away, and hasn't been heard from since. Some people blamed her. Others said she was just another victim of Chris's lies. The internet exploded with theories about what really happened. Some say Chris had help. Others believe Shanann knew more than we think. But nothing has ever been proven. The the facts remain as they were. Chris acted alone. Psychologists called Chris a family annihilator, someone who destroys what he can't control. They say he snapped because of pride, lies, and the fear of losing everything. But what still haunts people is how calm he looked after doing the unthinkable. Shanann's light. Shanann's parents refused to let her memory be defined by how she died. They speak at domestic violence events, warning others about red flags. They remind the world Shanann was strong, brave, and full of life. People from all over the world watched this story unfold. Millions lit candles, shared photos, and prayed for Shanann and her girls. This wasn't just another crime. It became a mirror of love, loss, and warning. If love is the light, then lies are the shadow. This story doesn't end with answers. It ends with remembrance. And if you're watching this with someone you love, hold them a little tighter tonight. Which part of this story shook you the most? Let us know in the comments. Your voice matters. And if you felt this story, hit that like button and subscribe for more hidden crime stories that deserve to be told. Until next time, stay aware, stay kind, and never forget those we lost.